Well, this guy has been through a lot. They believe he was hit by a car and then frozen to the ground. Yet somehow he survived. Now they're trying to find out where he belongs.
This is not a stray dog. This is somebody's loved pet.
And if he could talk, he would have quite a story to tell. One of survival when the odds were against him.
He has a fractured femur. His leg bone is broken very high up, and I can't fix it. He would need some anesthesia to have more x-rays done to completely determine whether anything else is broken.
His ordeal began on New Year's Eve when a witness says he was hit by a car in a Flint neighborhood.
She heard the impact, looked out, heard the dog cry, looked out, saw the dog run to her backyard. And then as soon as he entered her yard, he went and laid down at the back of the yard and didn't move for over 24 hours.
She called 911. 911 called Bill Heatley, founder of Street Hearts Animal Rescue. Heatley found the dog badly injured but still alive.
When I got to the point where I went to move him, I had wrapped him and I went to lift the blanket and it wouldn't move, and I actually had to peel him off of the ice.
Once he was safely removed from the ice, the dog was rushed to a veterinary hospital.
The first consideration with this dog was organ damage or failure, and thankfully, and the veterinarians both say it's because of his very thick, heavy coat that probably saved him.
Now as the dog, whom they named Felice, continues to recover, Heatley is hoping his owner comes forward or they find him a new home. In the meantime, they will continue to try to save other dogs from suffering a worse fate than Felice.
You know, the sad thing, Cheri, is that's one dog that we found. There are a multitude of dogs out here in the city of Flint, and cats, okay, that are not being found that we don't know about.
And they are hoping that the owner comes forward. In the meantime, they have set up a GoFundMe page to help with Felice's medical bills that are expected to run in the thousands. In the studio, Cheri Hardman, ABC 12.
Smart.
I'm smart.
I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
And I can do anything.
Anything.
At just 3 and 2 years old, Michaela and Daryl Walker were being taught lessons that many take a lifetime to learn: how to value and believe in themselves.
Something that when you do it on a regular basis, it can have a very positive effect on your life. It can even be a life-changing event if it's something that's done on a regular basis. So it's something that I believe in. It's something that I started to instill in my children, and it's something that I like to spread to everybody.
Tragically, those life lessons were cut short 3 months ago when Michaela and DJ, along with their mother, 31-year-old Nikita Langdrum, were found dead in Bay County's Bangor Township. Police say Langdrum shot and killed her children, then killed herself. At times, Daryl Walker thought the grief over the loss of his 2 children would overtake him.
I've gone from being in shock to going into a really dark place.
But instead of letting the darkness consume him, Walker wants to help bring a message of hope to others.
To use those videos to reach out to other people and have them also post positive affirmations based off the videos that the kids made, in a way of, one, honoring their legacy, and also spreading the importance of positive self-images.
Walker says he also wants to shine a light on mental illness.
A lot of people don't know, but 1 in 5 people are affected by mental health issues at some point in their life, even from something as small as anxiety disorder and stuff like that. So we're just trying to bring awareness to that through Michaela and DJ, and honor their legacy by having them be a part of something that could reach out and help a lot of people.
The campaign, My Little Champions, has offered Walker a bit of healing, but he says it's not why he started it.
Michaela and DJ, they were awesome kids. They were very wonderful. I know that they had a very promising life ahead of them. I know they were going to touch people's lives because they did when they were here. So with their lives being cut short, I feel like it's my responsibility to show the world how great they were going to be. So all of this is none of it's really me. Michaela and DJ birthed this entire project.
And for more information on the My Little Champion project, head to our website at abc12.com.
For as long as she can remember, art has been a passion for Leanne Hers.
Started doodling as a kid, took all the art classes I could in high school and junior high.
It was an outlet, for a not-so-great start in life.
I wasn't a godly person at all, doing bad things. Drinking and, things that you do in your 20s.
But then a chance meeting at a Christian camp changed everything.
I met the camp nurse, who in turn became my best friend and my sister. And her family, more or less, unofficially adopted me in my 20s. And they became my parents. And I came home with them from the camp. And they started bringing me to the church. And that's how I got here.
2 decades later, and now with a family of her own, Leanne is still at the Salvation Army, this time working for them.
I started working in these programs quite a few years ago with the children's programs, so I teach art there and do art crafts there, and it's been a passion. I just love it.
But once again, life got in the way, and she turned to her adopted family at the Salvation Army for support. But she says this time, it was a humbling experience.
Time I left, I was in tears and felt very bad as a parent because I couldn't provide and I had to have help. So when the major came to me with this idea and asked if I wanted to do it, I was so ecstatic.
So she has been using her art to provide comfort to those whose shoes she was once able to fit so well. Leanne has helped to transform the gym inside the Salvation Army into Santa's workshop, with detailed murals to help create a warm and festive atmosphere for those families who will visit this Christmas.
Because I thought if we could change just one person walking into this so that when they left they didn't feel like I had, and I know other parents feel the same way, then we've accomplished something.
Cheri Hardman, ABC 12 News.
About 30 ready to go.
Volunteers at the Flint Elks Lodge 222 in Grand Blanc have had a busy morning this Christmas Eve. But instead of hitting the stores for last-minute shopping, they're hitting the road to deliver holiday meals.
We're going right down Maple Avenue.
We have a lot of people who want to help, a lot of people who want to make a difference.
Michael Lee is a member of the Flint Elks, one of the organizers of the meal drive, an annual tradition for the lodge.
The meal: ham, turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, a roll, a dessert, green beans.
Everything Carrie Meyertalk wouldn't have otherwise been able to provide for her family this Christmas.
It means a lot to me and my family. I know that. Right now I have no vehicle. It went out on me, and to get to the store is a lot. Like, we have to walk quite a ways, and having 2 kids and to carry everything back.
Anyway, Merry Christmas.
Thank you
dear.
so much, Barb.
Blessed one.
Thank you. We are actually having a
kids.
very good Christmas.
It gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling, and so many thanks to not only the people here at the Elks and what they do for our Grand Blanc community, but the other organizations that are out there today helping to bring a brighter and blessed Christmas for those less fortunate.
Here, 3, 5.
In all, the volunteers served up and delivered about 600 meals before heading home to celebrate the holiday with their own families.
Some kind of bright spot in their day. Some people just struggle all the time and need some help, and Christmas Eve is not a bad time to make sure we're there, because people get forgotten about a lot during those times.
It's just one meal, but for those who received it, it's one they will likely never forget.
We've probably had one of the best Christmases in a while.
Cheri Hardman, ABC 12 News.